Our program will be a highly cultural one, and will begin as of now. Way, hey, roll and go. Now Sally Brown was a fine young lady. Way, hey, roll and go. I love that gal and I don't mean maybe. Spent my money on Sally Brown. I met her down in New York City. Way, hey, roll and go. Where the men are men and the girls are pretty. Spent my money on Sally Brown. Sally showed me round the town. Way, hey, roll and go. First she took me up, then she set me down. Spent my money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown had a fine young baby. Way, hey, roll and go. She called it mine, but I just said maybe. Spent my money on Sally Brown. It could be mine, I do repeat. Way, hey, roll and go. But it could have belonged to the whole darn fleet, and I spent my money on Sally Brown. Spent my money on Sally Brown. That song represents the kind of morality common to the men who sailed our fleets, the clipper ships, and the wonderful barking teams. You may have heard the story of the doctor calling his patient, and he said, "Hello, Mrs. Jones, I have wonderful news for you." "Miss Jones, I have terrible news for you." That's the story told in Blow Away the Morning Dew. I will sing the version that is not in Cecil Sharp's collection because he rewrote it into a very pleasant poem. 'Twas of a brisk young farmer, kept sheep all on the hill, and he went out on a May morning to see what he could kill, and sing blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds do sing. He looked high, he looked low, he cast an underlook, and there he spied a pretty fair maid a-swimming in a brook, and sing blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds do sing. She said, "Please take me to my father's house, it is walled all around, and you may have my maidenhead and 20,000 pounds, and sing blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds they sing." They rode along together till they saw some hooks of hay, and isn't this a lovely place for you and me to play, and sing blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds they sing. But when she got to her father's gate, so quickly she jumped in, saying, "Now there is a fool without, and here's a maid within," singing, "Blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds do sing." There's a cock in father's barton, he's never tread a hen, he flies about, he flutters his wings, I think you're one of them, singing, "Blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds do sing." And there's a flower in my father's garden, It's called the marigold. And if you do not when you can, you cannot when you're old. Singing, blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the birds do sing. Now, actually, there was no need to rewrite this song. In the early days, of course, people thought these were vulgar poetry, and so they had to be smoothed out. But later on, when folk music was accepted, it was discovered that many of these old so-called vulgar songs were highly moral. If you dabbled, then you were punished. Of course, that did not stop the dabbling. As I walked out one May morning, just as the sun was rising, I overtook a pretty maid, her beauty was surprising. I'm a-going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm a-going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Going to the meeting, do you want to come along and dance by the light of the moon? Her shoes were bright, her stockings white, her buckles shone like gold. She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down her shoulder. I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along and dance by the light of the moon? How old are you, my pretty little miss? How old are you, my honey? She answered me with a tee.
I'll be 60 next Sunday.
We're going to the meeting, do you want to come along? We're going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Go to the meeting, do you want to come along? Dance by the light of the moon. If you come to my mommy's house when the moon's shining early, I'll come down and let you in, 'cause I do love you dearly. I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Dance by the light of the moon. Well, I went down to her mommy's house when the moon was shining clearly. She came down and let me in and lay my arms till early. I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Dance by the light of the moon. Now, soldier, will you marry me? Now to wed I'm willing. Oh no, I cannot marry you with a wife and some small children. I'm going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Going to the meeting, do you want to come along? Going to the meeting, do you want to come along? And dance by the light of the moon. Now, the poor people of the world have a tendency always to idealize the man outside the law. Small, pockmarked, cowardly killer who came from New York and went to the Southwest. Called himself William Bonney and was titled Billy the Kid. Was one of America's great folk heroes. I'll sing you a true song of Billy the Kid. I'll sing of the desperate deeds that he did way down in New Mexico long, long ago, where a man's only friend was his own 44. When Billy the Kid was a very young lad, in old Silver City he went to the bed. Way down in the West, with a gun in his hand, at the age of 12 years, he killed his first man. Fair Mexican maidens play guitars and sing about Billy the Kid, the boy bandit king. His young manhood had reached 21, for 20 men dead, he'd a notch on his gun. It was on the same day that poor Billy he died. He said to his friends, I'm not satisfied. There's 21 men I've put bullets through, and Sheriff at Garrett will make 22. A pale moon was shining, the the hour 'twas late, the night that poor Billy the Kid met his fate. Shot down by Pat Garrett, once was his friend. The young outlaw's life now come to an end. There's many a lad with a face fine and fair, starts out in life with a chance to be square, but like poor Billy he wanders astray and loses his life in the very same way. It wasn't necessary to be a big, bold, bad hero in the old days for people to love you dearly. You just had to have that kind, happy, smiling quality while you were stealing. It's like the story of the fellow in East Berlin whom the guards at the factory believed was stealing. He'd come out every day with a wheelbarrow full of straw, and he'd go through the gate, and they would check that straw and look around it, look under the wheelbarrow. Couldn't figure what he was stealing. Finally, one day, they caught him up in the West Zone, at least some friend of his did, and said, "Say, you look pretty good and prosperous. You must have been stealing all that time." He said, "Yes, I was." And the friend said, "What were you stealing?" He says, "Wheelbarrows." Now you'll see the test of immorality. Here's this fellow who was a crook, and yet you enjoyed him and loved him. It's that kind of man who is often the hero in folk song as well as the hero of our folklore, and is the hero of the song Gilgara Mountain. As I was a-walking over Gilgara Mountain, I met with Colonel Pepper and his money he was counting. I drew forth my pistols and I rattled up my saber, saying, "Stand and deliver, for I am your boldest saber." Mush-a-ring-um-doo-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. The money in my hand, it looks so neat and jolly. I took it right to home for to give it to my Molly. She swore that she loved me and she never would deceive me. But the devil's in the women, they always lie so easy. Mush-a-ring-um-doo-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went to my chamber to prepare myself for slumber, to dream of golden girls, and sure it was no wonder. But Molly took my pistols and she loaded them with water, and sent for Colonel Pepper to make ready for my slaughter. Push-a-ding-um-doo-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. The next morning early, between 6 and 7, I found the guards around me, outnumbering me even. I flew to my pistols, but alas, I was mistaken. I could not fire the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Mush-a-ding-dum-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. They put me into jail without a judge or writing for robbing Colonel Pepper on Gilgara Mountain. But they did not take my fists, so I knocked the jailer down and made my farewell to that tight-fisted town. Wish-a-ding-dum-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some men get delight in boxing and in bowling, and others take delight in the hurling and the rolling. But I find my delight in the juice of the barley, and courting pretty girls in the morning, oh so early. Mush-a-ring-um-doo-dum-da. Whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, whack-a-fall-de-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It isn't necessary always to read interpretations into the songs of the folk. Sometimes they come right out and say exactly what they mean. Coachmen who were responsible for singing this song originally in England were funny fellows, robust men used to driving through the storm, whatever the kind of weather it was. And these fellows used to stop at inn after inn on the way to get something to steady their nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be long before they would get so steady they couldn't move. However, always they were jolly coachmen. Three jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern. Three jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern, and they decided that, and they decided that, and they decided that they'd have another flagon. For tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be. Let me explain to the people who are listening to the record that I'm holding my hand up on the chorus, and while my hand is up, this poor captive audience here at Cooper Union Great Hall, from which Lincoln made his Cooper Union address, they will all hold that note while my hand is up. When I pass my hand across my throat in a desperate gesture, there is complete silence here, except for the clicking of the tongue of the A&R men from ABC Paramount Records, who hates silence because he pays for it. And when I bring my guitar up in an upbeat, down in a downbeat, we all join in the final portion of the chorus. All right, then let's start from the beginning again. Shall we? Three jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern. Three jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern, and they decided that, and they decided that, and they decided that they'd have another flagon. For tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be. Tomorrow we'll be sober. Who drinks no ale and goes to bed cold sober. Here's to the man who drinks no ale and goes to bed cold sober. He falls as the leaves do fall, he falls as the leaves do fall, he falls as the leaves do fall so early in October. For tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be. Tomorrow we'll be sober. Here's to the man who drinks strong ale and goes to bed so mellow. Here's to the man who drinks stout ale and goes to bed so mellow. He lives as he ought to live, he lives as he ought to live, he lives as he ought to live, he'll die a jolly fellow. For tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be, for tonight we'll merry, merry be. Tomorrow we'll be sober. Now here's to the girl who steals a kiss and runs to tell her mother. Here's to the girl who steals a kiss and runs to tell her mother. She does a very foolish thing, she does a very foolish thing, she does a very foolish thing, she'll never get another. For tonight we'll marry her, for tonight we'll marry her. Tomorrow will be sober. Now here's to the girl who steals a kiss and lingers for another. Here's to the girl who steals a kiss and lingers for another. She is a boon to all mankind. She is a boon to all mankind. She is a boon to all mankind. And she'll be a jolly mother. For tonight we'll marry, marry be. For tonight we'll marry, marry be. For tonight we'll marry, marry be. You took a breath. Tomorrow will be sober. Many years ago, there came from Ireland a song called Roslyn the Bow. And that song, its melody at least, gave us Henry Clay's campaign song, Abraham Lincoln's campaign song. It gave us the state song of Washington, Acres of Clams, and 100 other parodies. But I think one of its most successful junctures was with the lovely song called Down by the Willow Garden. Down by the willow gardens, where me and my true love did meet, there we sat a-courting, my love lay down to sleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine, which my true love did not know. There I murdered that dear little girl under the bank below. I stabbed her with my dagger, that was a bloody knife. Throwed her into the river, that was a terrible sight. My father often told me his money would set me free. I would murder the girl I love, her name was Rose Connolly. Well, now he sits on his cottage porch, wiping his weeping eye. Now he sees his only son upon the gallows so high. My race is run beneath the sun, hell is waiting, I know. I have murdered that dear little girl under the bank below. One of the most beautiful expositions of the kind of morality practiced by an awful lot of our people, and I mean awful lot, can be experienced with a simple listening to the Talkin' Blues. If you want to get to heaven, let me tell you how to do it. You just grease your heels with some mutton suet. When the devil comes at you with a red-hot hand, just ooze right over to the promised land. Go easy, boy. Go greasy, boy. Now you know God made bees and bees made honey. God made man and man made money. If you want to see a preacher laugh, just change $1 and give him half. Well, things are tough for preachers, but think of what a future they got. Now I went to the river to get baptized. I stepped on a root and I got capsized. The water was deep, the preacher was weak. I went right to heaven from the bottom of the creek, soaked to the wings. My harp was playing water music. You know, some folks say that a preacher won't steal, but I caught 3 in my cornfield. One had a bushel, one had a peck, one had a shotgun around his neck. I guess he had the right on his side. I sure was a wound-licking, pellet-picking young man. Now Mom's in the kitchen, brewing up the hops. Dad's in the cellar, screwing on the tops. Sister's on the corner, she's throwing out the slops. Brother's in the window, watching for the cops. That's togetherness. A family that steals together, eats together. Well, I guess I got no more to say, so I'll fold my flaps and go on my way. I should have stopped before I came this far, but I do love the sound of a sour guitar. Billy, nobody's listening. When things are bad, people get bad. People get bad, they don't believe well of anybody. Well, it's like this little old man who was asked after the last election how he had voted. And he said, well, the Democrats gave me $10 to vote for them, and the Republicans gave me $20 to vote for them. And the interrogator, I think his name was Hinckley, said, then you must have voted for the Republicans. And the old man says, oh no, I voted for the Democrats because they're less corrupt. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Now the lawyer, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the lawyer, he's a dodger, and I'm a dodger too. He'll meet you, greet you, plead you a case. Look out, boys, he's out to feed his face, 'cause they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. They're all a-dodging on the way through the world. Now the doctor, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. The doctor, he's a dodger, and I'm a dodger too. He'll pill you, cure you for half you possess. Look out, boys, he's out to get the rest, 'cause they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. I'm the general, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the general, he's a dodger, he's a dodger too. First he'll march you up and he'll march you down. Look out, boys, you'll end up underground. And they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. I'm the sheriff, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the sheriff, he's a dodger, and I'm a dodger too. He'll call you his friend and a mighty fine man. Look out, boys, 'cause we'll put you in the can. And they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. I'm the candidate's dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the candidate's a dodger, and I'm a dodger too. Meet you, greet you, call you a friend. Look out, boys, he's easy for to bend. And they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. I'm the merchant, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the merchant, he's a dodger, and I'm a dodger too. He sells you the goods for double the price. Look out, boys, he's charging you twice. And they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. I'm the lover, he's a dodger, yes, a well-known dodger. Oh, the lover, he's a dodger, and I'm a lover too. Call you his friend and he'll murmur and sigh. Look out, girls, he's only telling you a lie. And they're all a-dodging, a-dodging, dodging, dodging. They're all a-dodging on the way through the world. And they're all a-dodging, dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, they're all a-dodging on the way through the world. this song in which a fella has fallen in love with a moonshine still. Actually, it's a lullaby to a still. And if you get out papers and pencils, you will be able to write down all the ingredients and the methods for evading your own taxes. It's a do-it-yourself criminal kit. Copper kettle. First get you a copper kettle, then get you a copper coil, cover with new mixed corn mash, and nevermore you'll toil. Just lay there by the juniper while the moon is bright, and watch the jugs a-fillin' in the pale moonlight. Build your fire with hickory and ash and oak. Don't use no green nor rotten wood, 'cause they'll catch you by the smoke. Just lay there by the juniper while the moon is bright, and watch the jugs a-fillin' in the pale moonlight. My daddy, he made whiskey, and my granddaddy did too. He ain't paid no whiskey tax since 1792. Just lay there by the juniper while the moon is bright, and watch the jugs a-fillin' in the pale moonlight, in the pale moonlight. We are not always responsible for our actions when under the influence of things like strong drink or poverty. It's like the story of the bum who was pulled out of a flaming room, a flaming bed, by the firemen, and they accused him of having set fire to the bed with a cigarette, and he said, "Oh no, I didn't. It was on fire when I got into it." And we'll sing for you Rye Whiskey. I've been a moonshiner for 7 long years. I've spent all my money on whiskey and beers. My hands in my pockets, my money's my own. Them that don't like me can leave me alone. It's whiskey, rye whiskey, oh, whiskey I cry. I don't get rye whiskey, until I die. Yee-hoo! Yee-hoo! Aha! If the ocean was whiskey, I was a duck. I'd swim to the bottom and get one sweet suck. But the ocean ain't whiskey, I ain't no duck. Hand me some cards and I'll try out my luck. It's whiskey, rye whiskey, whiskey I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Woo-hoo! Ah-ha! Woo-hoo! I will go to some holler, I'll I'll drink with my friends. No women to follow to see what I spend. No women to follow, no babies to ball. Best way of living, no family at all. And whiskey, rye whiskey, whiskey I cry. I don't get rye whiskey, you surely will die. Yee-hee! I'll go to some holler, I'll make me a still. I'll sell you a gallon for a $2 bill. It's beefsteak when I'm hungry, whiskey when I'm dry, greenbacks when I'm hard up, and religion when I die. It's whiskey, rye whiskey, whiskey I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, you surely will die. It's whiskey, rye whiskey, you're no friend to me. You killed my poor daddy, doggone you, try me. Woo-hoo! The fellow who sings this song, well, little scrappy little fella you got to think of, a few thousand years old. All he really wanted was a good bust in the jaw, and often got it. We called them bully boys in those days. We know today they were sick. We understand, for instance, the symbolism of the masochist saying to the sadist, "Beat me!" and the sadist answering, "No." So here is his song, my little scrappy fella. I was born about 10,000 years ago. I was born about 10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in this world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses. I licked the guy that says it isn't so. I saw Cain and Abel playing in the glade. I swear that it was poker as they played. But on one point there's a rub. Did he hit him with a club? I think it was a diamond or a spade. I was born about 10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in the world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses. I licked the guy that says it isn't so. I saw Adam when he looked the garden o'er. I saw him come a-flying out the door. And behind the fence a-peeping, I saw the apple he was keeping. I'll tell you, I'm the guy that ate the core. I saw Solomon and all his wives fair. I saw Absalom a-hanging by the hair. And when I saved King David's life and he offered me a wife, I said, now you're talking business, have a chair. I was present when they sopped up Caesar's gore, and those senators were skating round the floor. And 'twas I who took the crown that he so foolishly turned down, and I hocked it in a shop in Baltimore. I sailed with Cleopatra on the Nile, 'twas thus she whispered to me with a smile. Now as for Mark Antony, I have always thought him phony, but honey, I am stuck on you a pile. I saw Samson when he laid the village cold. I watched Daniel tame the lions in the hole. I helped build the Tower of Babel as high as I was able, and there's lots of stuff I haven't even told, 'cause I was born about 10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in this world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses. I'll lick the guy that says it isn't so. Before I send you people out of here, in an amoral state, and I'm not referring to New York, I would like you to join with me in a song which is truly moral and recently written. Passing through, sometimes happy, sometimes blue, glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I saw Adam on the floor when they threw him out the door. I said, now you're out, what are you gonna do? Plant my crops and pray for rain, maybe raise a little cane. I'm an orphan and I'm only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue, glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I saw Jesus on the cross on a hill called Calvary. Do you hate mankind for what they've done to you? Speak of love and not of hate, things to do, it's getting late. I've so little time and I'm just passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue, glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. It was down in Valley Forge, I said to General George, how come these men will suffer like they do? He said, men will suffer, fight, even die for what is right, till they know that they are only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue, glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I saw Lincoln on his way down to Gettysburg one day. The words he spoke were fine, though mighty few. He said, black or white or tan, Lord, a man is still a man. We're all brothers and we're only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue, glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Tell the people that you saw me passing through.